My name is Jessie Downs, and I am the music director.
My name is Shaun Doyle, and I am a training specialist at Independent Health.
Taryn, Goehrig, soprano section leader for the UUCB choir.
My name is Phil Nicolai, and I am the chair of the music ministry team here at the church.
I am the tenor soloist and section leader for the UUCB choir.
It was music that brought me to the church.
The music ministry provides special music for every service. That usually is about 4 pieces of music in addition to 2 hymns that are sung by the congregation. I think music is important for a lot of UUs in general because without a specific shared creed, set of beliefs, music can speak to people's spirits even if they're not agreeing in sort of a verbal contract of what spirit is.
We meet every month to choose hymns and to choose solo pieces that we might want to sing or group pieces.
Not only with our interim minister, but with any of the people who come to preach here, I always work hand in hand with them to make sure that the music that we're offering does speak to their message. And it's always a collaborative effort because, again, I have to think about the music in terms of what will make our musicians also sound and look awesome.
We rehearse them with Chris, the accompanist, throughout the week. And so there's time doing that. We rehearse on Thursdays. The rehearsals end at 9:45, and I'm an old man.
My approach to choral directing is not a common approach to choral directing, but I think I'm really lucky in that the UU Church's ideas about the world and faith and living more generally create a space for this unusual approach, because in typical choir directing, people talk a lot about sort of diminishing one's own voice in order to blend with the whole. And I really believe and have seen firsthand that it is true that if you are using your best version of yourself vocally, then that is what actually creates harmony within the group. As long as listening is involved. That's a key second part as well. Of course, you have to listen. You can't just completely claim the space for yourself. You have to be willing to share that space. But I do think that the most harmonious sounds comes when people are not feeling like they have to restrict or hold back their own voice, but actually from when they are being free with themselves and with their voice. And from my own experience, I think one of the most beautiful things is when you find a space where that unique voice is welcomed and not shut down. I guess one thing that somebody said to me was that I turn ordinary people into opera singers.
The most impressive thing is the volume of music that we produce.
We were having a public recital kind of concert. It wasn't at a service, but it was in the afternoon, and I was curious. And I loved choral music, even though I had not really sung any of that kind. And I was just blown away by it.
I think what brings me back and what brings people in are the music selections and the excellence, and also community that the music team has created. I think being part of the church choir is we reach people, we move people. You know, we've made people like laugh hysterically. We've made people weep.
I think there's a very strong spiritual component to music generally, even outside of a church choir. But I think in our church, we really try to tap into what the spiritual dimensions of the piece perhaps are or were when it was first written, and how they might be perhaps translated into something that is more understandable in our current day.
Humanism, it's this idea that the divine, or what we might call the divine, is indwelling within human beings, within humanity, and we can see that glimpse of something greater actually through one another and within ourselves. And I think music is a vehicle for uncovering that sense of something transcendent that is actually possible within each person.
Because the Unitarian congregation is made up of people from so many different backgrounds, that the musical experience is really something that can speak to everybody, often simultaneously, and you get a lot of people who will hear a song that maybe they haven't heard in a really long time, and it brings up lots of memories.
And when October snow begins to fly above the smoky roofs. I watch the flames go by, the children running home beneath. But looking possible is there your come on, people now, smile, mother, everybody get together, try and love one another right I should be over it now, I know. It doesn't matter much how old I grow. I hate to see October go.
In this church in particular, again, because we have such a long history of musical excellence, people really expect for Music Sundays to be some of the more powerful services that they experience in the year. Well-mannered frivolity, how which is a quote from one of the Harry Potter movies said by Maggie Smith, who recently passed away. So it's a little homage to her. But it was also chosen because the music is very fun, upbeat, kind of kooky stuff. It's Benjamin Britten's choral dances from his opera Gloriana and Ralph Vaughan Williams' 3 Shakespeare songs.
In winter flaskets.
Can I hear the 10:05? Yeah. I can get it right now.
From bed and meadow, in rushy baskets, they bring in samples of all. Bring in samples of all they grow. Yearly fleeces, woven blankets. 2, 3, 1. Woven blankets. 2, 3, 1. Woven blankets, new green and junkets, and rustic trinkets on wicker flaskets. Their country lodgers, the best they know. In earthen dishes, their deep-sea fishes, yearly fleeces, woven blankets, new cream and junkets, and rustic trinkets on wicker flaskets. Their country lodgers, the best they know.
But I really do think that work with the voice is a kind of a spiritual practice, and it's something that gets us really in tune with ourself and our potential, and also moving through our blocks and healthily discovering our limits. I think that sort of demystifies for people, my work demystifies for people a little bit about what singing is and how it's not just some God-given talent that you either have it or you don't, but that if you're intentional and mindful and you work hard, that you can do things that you never thought you could do. And I'm glad that I can bring that kind of magic here.